Doug, can you give us your impressions on how Trevor played, and was it important today to get him moving more?
I don't think it was important to get him moving. I think it was part of our game plan. I thought Trevor played extremely well. Obviously, bounced back from last week and put together a good performance. Ran the ball, two rushing touchdowns, right, today. Did a great job. Saw the field extremely well. I thought offensive line, protected him well, and it was good to get Zay back as well. But overall, Trevor played really well today.
Doug, you're up 7-0 3 minutes ago, first quarter. Tennessee goes on a 13-play drive. They take 9 minutes off the clock. Final play, you get the sack. What did that mean to not allow any points during that juncture?
Well, I mean, that's really big. It's huge. It's a lift for our team. It was great to see our defense do that, and get off the field. Obviously, it was a lot of plays, and they just hung in there, And those things really, they kind of lift and energize your football team, in moments like that. And I thought, again, defense today, played outstanding.
We talked a lot about Ridley. Those two passes to him were almost perfect, but how good was it to get him involved beyond maybe PIs and maybe creating for other people?
Yeah, I mean, it was good to get Calvin back in there, and get him going again. I'll have to look at the film, but I think also the addition of Zay possibly could help that out a little bit, and those are the things that we talked about. And but yeah, it was good. Calvin played extremely well today. He kind of let the game just kind of unfold before his eyes, and really, just ran the routes that Press called, and Trevor did the rest. But it was really good to get Calvin, the type of game today that he's capable of playing.
Doug, what does it say about your team to kind of respond the way they did after what was such a humiliating game last week to dominate the way you guys did today? What did you maybe learn about your team?
Yeah, thanks for reminding me about last week. It just goes to show the resiliency of our football team. We've only been together a short while, but this is a resilient group. They always seem to work themselves back and fight their way back. When they have a setback, and they've done it. They did it again today, and hats off to the leadership of the football team, and really, each man doing his job, and that's the type of football that we're capable of playing.
I know you said that you last week that you were looking forward to coaching this team after that loss last week. How do you feel that you and your staff responded?
Well, I mean, sometimes it's easier after a loss than it is a win, and really, we all had to kind of soul search a little bit. We all had to kind of look in the mirror if there were things that we could do differently, or I could help the team differently, and how I messaged the football team, and really just wanted to keep things simple. I didn't want to clutter their mind. Yeah, you get blown out in a game a week ago, but when you really boil it down, it came down to the 4 giveaways, in the critical situations that we did last week. We didn't do that today, and when you do that, you have better success. And then just, finding moments to just, I think, just relate to the team, kind of bring them full circle, put it back on the leadership of the team, and let them kind of drive the team a little bit.
Doug, can you talk about the decision to go for it on 4th down at their 40 on the opening drive of the 3rd, and then Trevor's touchdown run 2 plays later? I mean, it seemed like you two were just willing the offense to get into gear, that you'd had enough of the stuttering and the stopping and the starting and the field goals, and you weren't going to have any more of it. Is that an accurate way to describe it?
A little bit, and I felt like at that moment, too, we were gaining a little momentum. Are you referring to right after they scored?
No, I'm talking first drive of the 3rd half, of the 3rd quarter.
Oh, of the 3rd.
Yeah, you went for it on 4th and 4 at their 40.
Yeah, to keep that drive alive. Yeah, that was just something I felt at that time, just to kind of keep, because we were moving the ball, felt good about it. Again, it's when I show confidence in the team and they respond like that, it just breeds confidence in them, and we were able to kind of do that a little bit today on some of the 4th downs, and sustain some of those drives. But that was a big one, to really kind of keep the foot on the gas a little bit, offensively, and just help our team with confidence.
Doug, did you get a sense in all your conversation with Trevor that when he was hurt with the knee and he wasn't 100%, that it kind of bothered him that he couldn't be out there playing at 100% and doing a lot of the things that he did before? You know, like the rollouts and stuff like that?
Just take the name off the injury. It's anybody that's injured. You know, it bothers people. It bothers you. I mean, that's the thing I appreciate about this sport. I mean, and about our team. I mean, guys are going to play a little sore. Guys are going to play a little beat up, but they do it because, they love their teammates, right? They love the game, and they're going to do everything they can to perform. So it doesn't matter if it's the quarterback or, you know, an outside backer. It's just the willingness, the mental toughness, the physicality that the players have, and they do it for the teammates.
Doug, could you just talk a little bit about the performance of your offensive line? Because there was about 3 or 4 passes today where Trevor kind of needed extra second and a half to get to other reads so that he could complete some passes. So it just looked like the offensive line from a pass pro standpoint had a good day.
They did. They really did. I think a lot of it, too, stemmed from the fact that we stuck with the run game. So it helped a little bit in the pass protection world. But you know, again, it's a prideful group, and you know, Walker getting back in there and kind of settling down in his, you know, and having more reps. He, you know, it appeared like he played better today. But as a group, against a really good defensive front, they played so many 5-man fronts today. You know, you're creating all those one-on-one matchups, and our guys did a nice job of hanging in there and battling. And you know, Trevor doesn't make some of those down the field throws if they don't give him that extra time. They played well.
Will the game plan moving forward be to try to give Ezra a series here or there like he did today?
It's possible. You know, we'll see how he did and keep him coming. I think it's important that we continue to develop him in our offense, because you never know when, you know, we might need him, you know, full time. So it's possible that we could continue to work that a little bit.
Doug, congrats on the victory. With the usage of Zay Jones, were you just trying to bring him back in slowly, or were you wanting to use him a little more that you just couldn't?
You know, that's the thing that I've learned in this league, that when players come back from injury, that you don't bring them back slowly. They're in for a reason, and you go full steam ahead. And Zay was ready to go, and he was a big part of this today. And you know, he played tough, he played physical, he made some catches today. And just really, I think just having his presence out there opened up some other things for us, you know. But I was proud of Zay for, you know, again, one of the players that has been injured, but got himself in a position. He was healthy to go and did a nice job today.
Doug, Devon Hamilton's scratch today, is it a healthy scratch, or did he have a setback? What was the...
No, it was a healthy scratch. You know, listen, I'm not going to get into all of it with him because he and we've had some conversations with him and all of that, but it was healthy. And I just want to make sure that he is mentally and physically ready to go. You know, as you guys know, we're not going to put somebody out there to risk anything further. And it was a decision by me to just, you know, to just hold him 1 week, see where he's at, and get him more practice time, get him more reps, get him back to where he was a year ago. He's missed a lot of time. You understand? He's missed a lot of time, and I think it's definitely taken a toll a little bit. But he's busted his tail to be in a position to help us, and I think it's going to be a week-to-week decision. But you know, just he understands, you know, where we are, and he appreciated that. And we'll see where he's at again this week.
And then just lastly, real quick, can you talk about the defense's performance and, you know, obviously them getting that fumble? How big was that to sort of get the ball rolling?
Yeah, the defense, you know, they created the takeaway early in the football game. Of course, we got the special teams takeaway late, you know, in the second half. I mean, listen, I don't think we talk enough about the defense. You know, they're the ones that have kept us in the majority of our football games this season, you know, and they did a nice job today. As one of the things that we knew going in, we'd have to, you know, slow down this run game, you know, and I thought for the most part did a nice job, control the line of scrimmage, and they played fast. You know, they played fast today, and that was good to see. Our secondary was, was on point. They were in the right positions. We had a chance to grab a couple balls, you know, and you know, they'll make those. But, you know, Mike Caldwell had a good plan for the guys. The coaches did a nice job preparing the players, and they're a big part of this today.